everybody, welcome back to my channel, Beauty on a Budget. My name is Heather, and I decided this afternoon I'm going to continue doing my kitchen cupboards. I've got the ones behind me opened. I just thought I don't have many left. I'm just going to do these last few cupboards. I'm going to pull everything out because I found I've got water bottles in that cupboard, water bottles in that cupboard, and water bottles in the cupboard in front of me, and they all need to go in the same cupboard. And there's not a lot of stuff in these cupboards. It's just that, I know the one behind me is the one that's the catch-all cupboard. And so I just want to get these last few cupboards done. So I'm just going to turn the camera around and show what's in these cupboards. And then I'm going to take everything out. So the cupboard that's in front of me, again, there's a lot of water bottles, reusable mugs, you know, a few dishes that aren't even supposed to be up here. Collector cups that belong to my one daughter and myself. So the Star Wars stuff does not belong to me. Mine are the other ones. So this cupboard, there's not a lot. It just needs to get taken out and reorganized. And same with this cupboard. If I just stand on the step stool here. This one here. It's just, again, it's just where we put all my seasonal dishes that I'm not using. I did take the Christmas ones out. I've got more Christmas cups and Christmas dishes up back there. I'm not keeping them anymore. I did it. I love the fall ones, so I'm sticking with the fall ones. Those blue dishes, I think they're gonna go as well. I really love the sunflower set and I love the lemon set. So I think the blue sets can go. Or at least, you know, out of the cupboard. I'll decide that at a later date. And then it's this cupboard here. So this is just our catch-all, like these bottom ones here. This is just our tools and stuff that we use all the time. And then this is like our medicine cabinet kind of a thing. And then, you know, just more water bottles. And then just jars that are way up there that there's jars behind those. And I don't know, whatever's up there can probably go now. And then this is just all my baking stuff. And I cannot reach my baking stuff when it's that high up. So I do want to move this stuff around so I can have easier access to my items that I do use on a fairly regular basis. Like, I'm standing here, I can reach this shelf. I can reach a few things on this shelf, but to get up there, like, I've got like all my flavorings and colorings and stuff, and then the very, very top shelf I've got for my loose tea. So I got tea bags and I've got my cupcake liners, and I can't reach those unless I get a step ladder. So I just want to make this a lot easier for me to be able to access into the stuff that I do use on a fairly regular basis. So I'm just going to start pulling everything out, and I'll be back when I've got everything out of these cupboards. So I've got everything out of this cupboard and everything out of this cupboard, and this is what I have to sort through. Everything is here on my island. I was going to try to do all three cupboards, but I only have enough room on the island for just those two cupboards. So I've decided that I do love these ones. I am keeping these ones. These blue ones, we do use them. It is a place sitting for 12. So I have the room. We're not like we're moving today. We're still a couple years away from moving. So I can keep them. So those, I'm going to put the blue ones and the fall pattern ones back up in the cupboard above the oven. I've got these Christmas glasses. I do like them. They are a little bit tricky to wash because, you know, I mean, they are tapered, but I do like them for Christmas. So those I will keep. These are my other water glasses that I do use on a regular basis, so these I will keep. As for these items here, these are water bottles and travel mugs that belong to me and my kids. So I can kind of take which ones are mine and decide which ones I want to keep, which ones to get rid of. I'll have to wait for my kids to go through theirs. Come around this side of the island. I've got this stack of these black ones. These actually, black set belongs to my son. That he actually uses. So I'll put those back in. I've got two of these little trays, cloche things. This one I can get rid of. This one I'm gonna keep. I don't have room for both of them, even in this cupboard. I'm always worried that they're gonna get broken. I've got my teapot that I use all the time. It's well used, so that I will keep. And I've got my glass juice jug here that I use all the time, so that I will keep. I've got these cups here. Me and my husband, we use them all the time, so those ones I'm going to keep. I've got these ones here that my husband got me a few years ago for Christmas or Valentine's Day. I don't remember. They had chocolate in them. It was like after, so I think it was after Valentine's, because it's the Godiva. So I think that was after Valentine's Day a few years ago. I can get rid of those mugs. Some of these mugs, like these SpongeBob and this M&M one, belong to my son. The unicorn ones belong to my daughter. So those, again, belong to my kids. They have to keep them. The ones that I'm definitely going to be keeping is my Betty Boop, my Tinkerbell, Marge Simpson, and this Betty Boop. And she has seen much better days, but I will say in the last, like, almost 10 years, I think I've had this one. I used her in 2013, yeah. So for the last like 9-10 years, she was like an everyday. I kind of stopped using her a couple of years ago because she started to get chipped. The paint was coming off. So I'm going to see if I can just do some touch up on her face and reseal that at one time. These ones here were a gift for me and my husband one year for Christmas, so those we're going to keep. This one belongs to my son. I remember when I bought all these for my kids. So it's your hot chocolate, and then right here by his foot you put a mini marshmallow, and you do this, and he kicks the marshmallow into the hot chocolate. It was so cute. Then these are just some of my other tea mugs that I've got. So this one I'm keeping. This one I'm keeping because this one was from my girls. This one was from a friend of mine. That one was also from a friend. So those ones I'll probably keep. I do use them. And then I've got these collector ones. So this one here is the newest one I got. So it's the Friends, the Central Perk symbol all over it. So that one I'm keeping. I've got my Minions set of 4. I'm keeping those. My Betty Boop set of 4. I'm keeping those. And I have my Big Bang set of 4. So I'm keeping those. Also in the cupboard I found, we don't use these often, but they're handy to have around just for different things. So we've got paper plates and napkins. And then of course all my charger plates that I use. Oh, and then over here I do have a stack of my sushi dishes, or my bento box dishes. I've had these for so long. They are so hard to find. So I'm definitely never getting rid of these. So I think that is it for what's here to what I'll be putting back. So basically, looks like I am going to be keeping everything I just pulled out of my cupboards, but now my cupboards are wiped down and I can actually put these back in the cupboard in proper groupings. So I'll be back when I get these items put back in, show you what it looks like, and then I'm going to start taking out everything out of those cupboards next. Okay, it didn't take me that long to get all this stuff put back into the cupboards. These are the coffee and water bottles that I've left out. These two I'm keeping, but I said not to put them in the cupboard till I get the other water bottles of mine, coffee cups of mine pulled out, and then I can just take a good look at what I have. This group here belongs to my kids, so they have to decide what they want to keep, what they want to get rid of. So here is this cupboard. So I just organized it. So I've got the blue set on the left and the fall on the right. This was that one little cloche that had the little look like the wooden utensils. I wasn't sure if I was going to keep it. I said I can let it go. I found room for it in my cupboard, so I can keep it for just a little while longer. And then way up there, all I have is just the cups. So behind my bento style plates, I have all the Christmas glasses, and then just those clear cut glass water glasses that I use all the time. So it's just, everything is back in there. It's just more organized and easier for me to see what I have. Right now I've got the room, so I'm keeping the blue set. when we move in about 2 years, I may not have the room for the blue set. I also have no reason to keep the blue set. So for now it fits in my cupboard, so for now I'll keep it. And then in this cupboard, same thing. I've got my stuff on this side and I put all my kids' stuff on this side. So again, I said I've got mugs up there that I could get rid of, but I found room in the cupboard, so I'm just gonna keep them for now because you never know, a cup might break and I might need an extra mug around the house. So now I'm just gonna work on clearing out the other 2 cupboards, and I'll be back when I've got everything out of those 2 cupboards out. I've now got everything out of these cupboards, so it's all from here all the way over here, and this is all my baking supplies. I did find more coffee and tea tucked in this cupboard. Medicine cabinet stuff, still kind of need down here because it's still kind of cold flu season. And then these are all my water bottle and travel mugs. So I'm keeping this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. I keep this one. This lid always comes off and it's such a pain. I do like it. It is a Starbucks with the mermaid, but let's see what year. I think it has a year on it. 2015, so I can let that one go. Maybe this one 2011, but I'm gonna keep the standard one. This lid fits. This lid always falls off, so I can get rid of that one. This one is from David's Tea, and so is this one, and so is this one. But I don't like this plunger thing. It always leaks on me, so I'm gonna let that one go. I'm keeping this one. This one, I'm going to see if my other daughter wants it, because I think she needed a new water bottle. And this one's a nice one. It's from David's Tea, and it actually has this other bottom that does something. It's got the bottom that unscrews, so you can actually fill it from the bottom as well. I just don't use it anymore. Oops, I'm just going to set that to the side before it rolls off the counter and breaks. So, and this one, I've got a new Starbucks water bottle I use, so this one can go. I was going to keep this one, but then I found this one. I like this one better. So this one can go, and these 2 are from the dollar store, so they can go. So out of my stuff, I've got these 6 that can go, plus I had another 4 that I brought over there. So that's 10 travel mugs of my own that I'm getting rid of. Well, I guess 11, because if my daughter doesn't want this one, I will still get rid of it. So I'll put my stuff away. This is just all my baking supplies, and so I just wanted it in an easier way to reach to get everything. So that's part of the reason it's doing this cupboard. And then these things are just things that just out of the way if I put them in the garage, but they make sense to have them in the kitchen. I would prefer them in the laundry room, but I can't reach the cupboard above the washer and dryer. This cupboard above here is just so much easier for me to get access to. And so I didn't touch these little drawers or little cubbies here. Everything is pretty much organized. And then up there, I didn't really take anything down. Those cups way up there are my kids, and they have the special packs that you can make anything into slushy, so water, milk, pop, everything into slushy. And those are the Mr. and Mrs. Kraft Bear peanut butter jars, which I love, and I'm gonna do something with them soon. Just the Brita water filters, and then there's a couple other boxes up there that have hardware for other things around the house. So I'm just gonna put this stuff back in the cupboards, and then I will do a final show of how much stuff I have gotten rid of and what my cupboards will finally look like. So I've got everything in these cupboards. I like these little baskets. They really hold, well, it's not baskets, they're really the magazine holders, and they work perfect in here. Now the width of these is they just come to the edge, but then they've got this little bit of a lip on here, so then my doors don't shut. So I have to have them against the back part, and I did have them two side by side this way, but then I have to pull one out all the time, so I decided to put one on this shelf and one on this shelf. so I can get all my baking stuff on those 2 shelves. The shelf up above it, I've got all my syrups for my coffee and all my honeys. And then way up on the very top shelf, I found more coffee and tea. So I put more coffee and tea up on that top shelf. I kind of already did this cupboard, kind of put a few things away. So over here, I've got like medicine cabinet stuff, and then I've got my cat and dogs, oils and treats here, and then some other just garage stuff I'd rather not have in the kitchen, but they just doesn't work anywhere else. And then just that type of stuff like envelopes and little sticky felt pads. And so I've kept all those things up there. And then I've just put that orange container back up. It's got paper straws and then the picnic cutlery. And then I also stuck my picnic little set up there. It's like ketchup, mustard, salt, and pepper. And this cupboard, so these cupboards are now done. And then I come down here. I didn't touch these 4 drawers. This is our junk drawer. I have not touched it in like a year. And all I can say is it's just a few things that are not in these bins have been added. So a pair of broken scissors should be, you know, garbage. Some phones, some old phones that should go with the other old electronics. Then I got these assortment of batteries, and I don't know if they're new or used, so I'll have to go through them and figure out if they're new or used. Everything else is organized and looks good. This one here too is just another like a junk drawer kind of, but I've got all my manuals for all my kitchen appliances and stuff in here, so I know right where to find them. Oh, that's for my dog. That's for the training collar. That's the extra links. That's supposed to be up in the other cupboard with the pet supplies. And then this cupboard here is just, I'll just move this so you can see, this is just my cookie cutters and icing and fondant cutters and stuff. So this, I'm not touching it. I use this drawer a lot, so it's pretty organized. Same with this drawer here. This basket here, I've got all my cookie cutters. And then below it, I've got all my parchment papers and other baking stuff. And then in these 2 little baskets sitting here, I've got just more of my baking tools. Now, I've got more cookie presses than I need. I'll probably not keep them all, but at the moment, I've got room for them all, and I just can't get rid of everything in my house. But that I will go through because I know I'm not going to need the 3 cookie presses. So, I've never used this electric one, so I want to keep it just to try it. And then there's that one, and then there's the icing gun too. And so those ones, I don't know, those 2 plastic ones, I can probably let those ones go. But I'm not doing this type of stuff because when I was cleaning the basement, I found more little kitchen stuff like that. So I'm going to save those for another day. I'm just going to do all my cupboards so you can see how well organized I got everything done today. See, it's after 5. It's almost 5:30, and I started like 8 o'clock this morning. I started pulling everything out. So it's been an all-day job to get all these cupboards and drawers done. But now they are done. I don't know how long. Like I said, these will stay organized like this until I get more of these little baskets. So that will just have to wait till I get to the dollar store. But again, I've got all these empty spaces in my cupboard that I don't know where anything really went. I mean, I got some stuff out, but the amount of space I have in my cupboard is just amazing for the some of these cupboards for stuff. I actually got more stuff into a few of the cupboards and they look neater. Like this is our everyday baking pans that I use and my kids use. This drawer never used to open. These were always getting stuck on everything. Now as my kids use these, the pans are not going to be, you know, I'm going to end up with the big pans on top of the small pans, and the small pans are going to be between some bigger cookie sheets, and then it's going to look like it's too full again. So it's just trying to keep the pans stacked in a nice order. See, like this drawer here, it's pretty empty. There's not a lot in here. I've got my spoon rest, the straws, and a few other little things. This one, like I can't believe it stayed neat for a whole year with so many people using it. And then this drawer here, I now just one-time use products are in here. So I got some Ziploc bags under here, paper plates, napkins, all the paper, what are these, baking cups are here. And then I got the bag of forks and spoons because they're all just like a one-time use thing. Under the sink, there's a few things down here that I just gotta, like those 3 jars I have to wash. I just stuck them back under the sink because I just didn't want to wash them tonight. I did find our fire extinguisher, so that is now in a place that can be seen because it was in a cupboard buried behind my KitchenAid mixer, so that would be hard to do. And then here's this cupboard. I can't believe I didn't really get rid of anything out of this cupboard. In fact, I've actually added things to this cupboard. Now the water bottles are still sitting out behind me, and I can say the water bottles will probably fill up this whole shelf, and then the takeout or the reusable mugs can go up here. And I actually added stuff from the other cupboards, so there's a lot of space in these cupboards. So I mean, like I said, I've got all my stuff sitting here. Just wanted to be able to see that black one. Yeah, my favorite color is fall. Then the best mom one was from my kids. And then I decided I was going to keep this one and this one. They're both in pink, so I'll keep these 2. And I got rid of the other water bottles because I do like, this one is glass. And this one here is metal, and it has the different attachment things, so you can actually do tea, or you can put fruit in it if you want to filter out the fruit for your water. So I decided to keep those 2. And then this was this drawer. So far today, this has helped. So I'll see how it works as my kids use the drawer. And then same with this. This is just some extra kitchen utensils that we use a lot. Down here, I said this top shelf, you know, just doesn't really have too much, but that's all I have. I mean, I'd like to get rid of some of these extra colanders like this little one here, but I do find this one handy for berries and mushrooms. So, and it takes up, you know, I mean, by itself, it takes up a lot of room, but colander, you know, just fits inside the bigger colander, so it doesn't take up that much more room. And I've got my salad spinner, which I do actually use it quite a lot in the summer. Not so much in the winter, but I do use that one a lot in the summer. And then these drawers here, they're actually neat and organized. And I would say a lot of the stuff that's in this drawer and this drawer are duplicates. But it's kind of like, well, what do you do? I mean, I'm one of those people, I cannot be down to just one peeler. I can't be down to just one baster. I found one time we were down to one baster and it broke on me and it was impossible to find anymore. So now we have 3 basters. So, you know, same with these whisks. I've got this one here and I've got a whole bunch in the other drawer. They're different sizes, different weights. I can do different things with them. This blue one here is my new one I got, and I love it for cookies, but it works for flipping pancakes too because it's wider and it's actually pretty stiff. I mean, it's twice as wide or 2.5 times as wide as these ones. So, and then got my other things back here. Ice cream scoop, pizza wheel, and the other heavy duty whisk. They just kind of fit better back there. I didn't really do too much to these ones except just getting all the containers on one side and all the lids on the other side. And I never wiped this one out, and I didn't wipe this one. In fact, I didn't do anything to this one. All I did was took a few things out of here that belonged up in here. And then, like I said, I never touched this one at all because this is just our regular pots and pans. And this one, I actually got rid of a lot of things, and then I put stuff in here from other places, and it looks emptier than it was, and actually has more stuff in it than it had before. Oh, I also put this in here. This is from the other cupboard. This is the heart shape, the silicone muffin liners. And I just thought, oh, this would just fit right here. It will help hold my rolling pins from rolling around too much. So I just stuck that one in there. And like I said, this one here, same thing. I didn't touch it. It's just all baking and cooking stuff, and then garbage bags and Ziploc bags. And I think that's it. I think I've done my whole kitchen. Okay, I have done all the cupboards inside my kitchen. So I cleaned out all the kitchen cupboards, all the drawers. Just the 4 drawers I didn't do. Only one should be done, and that's just taking the batteries and a few broken items out, and there's a pile of shoelaces in there. I don't know where the shoelaces came from, but there's about 5 or 6 pairs of shoelaces just suddenly in that top drawer. But other than that, I think it's okay. It's just our little junk drawer. And so I think that's it. Oh, I know what I was gonna do. I was gonna go over there and show all the stuff that I have gotten rid of. Okay, so this stuff that I have gotten rid of. Obviously the Christmas decorations, I'm not getting rid of. My salt lamp, I'm not getting rid of. But this, you know what I mean. Just these kitchen things sitting up here, I'm getting rid of. I just put some of these Tupperware things. These ones go with downstairs with my day home, so I'll be taking those back down. These are just extra kitchen things that we just don't need. You know, plastic cutlery is back there. I just threw all the napkins and, you know, other takeout cutlery. Like I said, I can finally get rid of these. My kids have outgrown those, so I'm not keeping those. All these things I'm gonna get rid of. The molds, I gotta take my chocolate molds and my soap and candle making mold downstairs because that's where I'm going to be storing them now. These copper ones I'm going to be cleaning and hanging back up in my kitchen. But there's the food processor that's going, and then here's all of these other machines that I am going to get rid of. All these other cake and cookie pans that I just don't need anymore. They're going to be gone. The big giant colander will be gone. And then over here on the other side of my couch, I have the food dehydrator, the watermelon slicer, the slow cooker, hot dog maker, juicer, and then there is the cups, or the coffee and water bottles of mine that I am getting rid of. I think there's about 11 here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, I got rid of 11 that I do not need. So I can't wait till my kids go through their pile and decide what they don't need anymore either. So I guess I just kind of slipped. This is on wheels. Sometimes I forget what furniture my husband put on wheels. Oh, okay. I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who's subscribed to my channels and watching my videos, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.